Hi, and welcome to HRPO 2301, Human Resource Management. I'm so excited that you decided to take this course with me. This is actually one of my favorite courses that I teach. I'm really passionate about human resources and the way that employees are treated and equality and diversity. And so this is like I said, one of my favorite courses to teach. And so I wanted to just introduce myself so that you know who your professor is, talk a little bit about the course requirements, a little bit about some extra credit option that I have as well. So just to get started, a little bit about myself. So I've been with CTC now for over 10 years, actually alumni from CTC. I have my associates from CTC, and I have been in business all my life. That's all I can say. My family owned 5 businesses growing up, so I remember doing payroll, doing inventory, running the front of the house in our gas station. It just a lot of things that I remember doing that I didn't realize was because I was being brought up in business. So from there, I ended up, pursuing my other degrees, and I had the opportunity to run a tuition-based school. And I loved it. I loved having employees underneath me. I loved having, a slew of children. Didn't so much like being in the classroom with them, but I loved running the business. But I really believe in making sure that you're treating your employees correctly, because they'll work harder for you and they'll be more productive. And you want to make sure they have the right benefits in order to recruit the right employees. And that's what this course is really all about. I've also owned 2 e-commerce businesses. One of them was very lucrative, and one of them right now I have in a dormant stage while I'm working on my dissertation. So I'm about halfway through my dissertation to finish my doctorate. So just a little insight about myself as far as who your professor is. I know you guys are going to do student introductions, and I'll post my bio as well. Now, as far as the course requirements, so first of all, I want to stress to you guys, this is week 1. Week 1, you've got to have your course procedures exam, which you'll find in the exams tab, and your student introduction done by Sunday. There's no exceptions. Come Monday morning, I have to report those that didn't do anything as non-active. Now, I cannot drop you from this course. However, when I do report you as non-active, the school will remove you from the course, okay? And I can't add you back in. So keep that in mind. That is the most important thing you do this week. Also, this is a self-paced course. So yes, besides those 2 assignments, the rest of the assignments you do on your own time. They are due on the last day of class, which is December 11th, a Friday at 11:59 p.m. Do not text me or message me on Blackboard at 10 o'clock at night on Friday, December 11th, asking if you can have an extension. There's no extensions. It's a self-paced course, okay? With that being said, if you go to syllabus page 2, you will see that I have created a course outline. Now, this is suggested, guys. You don't feel like, oh my gosh, I didn't make the deadline, because there is no deadlines except for those 2 assignments. But these are for you. I created this to help you stay on a time management. What you don't want to do is wait to week 8 and then do all your assignments and all your exams in 1 week. I promise you, you're going to barely pass the course because you're not going to give me your full effort. So you want to pace yourself through this course to make sure in 8 weeks. You gotta remember, this is regularly a 16-week course that we've now condensed into 8 weeks. So with that being, you keep that in mind, you don't want to procrastinate. Also, please take time to read syllabus page 1 and syllabus page 2. There's a lot of good information on there for you. Also, let's look at lessons. So make sure when you go to the lessons, sorry, my headphones were falling. So when you go to the lessons, make sure you go through them and understand that what's really cool about this class is that you have an ebook, and the ebook is free. It's what we call OERs, which is Open Education Resources. So you don't have to worry about finding the money or waiting for your book to be mailed to you from the bookstore. So it's one of the pluses about this course. But spend time in syllabus page 1, syllabus page 2. Pay attention to the grading. It's not percentages, it's points, okay? Everything's on a point system. All right, chapter cases. So chapter cases are very important. You will have 2 of them. You will have them in your book, and I will tell you what chapters that you'll find them at. However, I want you to know there is a format that you have to follow with my chapter cases. If you do not follow the format to the T, it's an automatic -5 points. No questions asked. I don't care if you tell me, well, I wrote all of the questions in one paragraph and then I answered it in the next 3 paragraphs. And I'm going to tell you that's great, but it did not follow my format, so automatically -5 points. Okay? Keep that in mind. I have the format. When you click on chapter cases, all this information's in there, so you will see the format. You can copy and paste the format on your Word document and just fill it in. It's not really a difficult task, okay? With your chapter cases, you're going to read the chapter case, and then you're going to provide me your opinion. Now, here's the thing. You have to support your opinion on each question. So question 1 may ask you a question. You need to reference back to the book. Now, don't quote. I know what the book says. I don't need quotes. Okay? But you're going to paraphrase and support your opinion and just tell me where in the book you got that from. Okay? Please remember, I take points off for quotes. I don't want quotes. Okay? Paraphrase it. You know, here's my opinion, and according to the textbook, it said XYZ. Point blank. Okay? And then that also needs to be an MLA format. There is a link in the announcements. If you're not familiar with MLA format and you're new to going to CTC and haven't taken an English course yet, you can kind of do like a real crash course on MLA format. I am not an English instructor, so I will not hit you hard on MLA format being wrong, okay? What I will do is if you don't try, you will get points on it, off. You'll get points off on it. All right, so there's 2 chapter cases. Discussion boards. Discussion boards are worth 75 points. So do you think writing 3 to 4 sentences is going to get you 75 points? No. I'm just going to answer before you had a chance to. Discussion boards, this is where you are going to post an initial discussion board thread based on the topic that I'm going to give you, okay? You will need to expound on it. I expect college level work for your discussion boards. I believe I want at least 300 words. I can't remember what I put in there. I think it's like 200, 250, 300, something like that. But I want college written discussions, guys. And you must support your opinion, again, with the textbook. Also in the discussions, you will be required to respond to 3 classmates. Now, I don't grade discussion boards until you have 3 responses. So if you post a discussion board and you only respond to 1 person, even though I do grading every Monday, I'm not grading it. Only when I see 3. Because if I do, guys, I take points off. So don't stress out if you only have time to respond to 1. Take your time because I will not grade it until you hit 3. But here's the key. Those responses have got to be in depth. Do not respond to somebody saying, oh, Julie, I agree with your comment, and then repeat exactly what she said. Okay, that's not adding. You need to add value. Add something that Julie didn't cover. Add more to the conversation. This is what I always think of when I do discussion boards when I was in my undergrad and my grad school. I think, okay, as I'm reading the classmates' initial post, I think that they're speaking to me. Now, how would I, in a conversation, respond back? Okay, think of that. Think of not doing it quick because, again, it's 75 points. I expect a little bit higher level of writing with these, okay? Now, your chapter cases, okay? Many of you are going to be messaging me like crazy, okay? The chapter cases are tricky. Not cases, I'm sorry, the chapter quizzes. They are tricky. They are not timed. So you can take your time. However, if you close out of it and not finish it, it automatically grades it grades it. So if you're going to do it, make sure you have time to sit down and do it. Guys, here's the thing. Find the answers in the book. I mean, the purpose of the quizzes is for you to get in the book. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the reason why they're set up. They're set up so you start digging in that book. We all know that college students skim, okay? We know you don't read not all, let me back up because that's a stereotype, right? A lot of college students just skim the chapters. The purpose of the quiz is to actually get you in the book to find the answer. And sometimes it can be tricky. Sometimes you may think it's one answer, but it's another. But pay attention, because a lot of the questions in the quizzes are almost verbatim, word for word of the definition. Okay? So I would definitely get in the book and find the answers, because if you guess, it will mark it wrong. Another thing it marks wrong: misspellings. If you misspell a answer, it is wrong. Do not message me and say, Professor Clemens, I got the question right. It was management, but I forgot to put an A after the N. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry that you misspelled management, but it is wrong, because the correct spelling is. Another thing is abbreviations. Do not abbreviate. Even if the book has an abbreviation, do not abbreviate. Spell it out. Now, there is chapter 7 and chapter 10. I'm going to give you a heads up. If this happens to you, just message me and I will take care of it. One of the answers will mark, or the quiz will mark you wrong if you add the hyphens or if you don't add the hyphens. Okay? I can't remember which was chapter 7 and 10, but keep in mind, if that happens and you get that answer and you put hyphens and it marked it wrong, just message me. I'll give you the point. Okay. It's wonky on those two chapters, and I don't know how to fix it. Okay. There is another one. If you catch it, I'll let you know. It just marks it wrong, even though the answer is correct. But if you get it, you'll know and you'll message me. But just pay attention to those quizzes, guys. They are very tricky, and they're tricky for a reason, is to get you in that textbook. Okay. All right. Exams. You have exams in this course. They are timed. So please understand that you must allot your time out. You cannot go back and, do 10 questions here and come back and do another 10. You cannot do that. You have to do your exam at one setting. Okay. Also, I'm just going to give you guys a hint. Do not open another tab while you're taking the exam. Blackboard will shut you out. And then you're going to be like, oh, Professor Clemens, I don't know what happened. My exam got, locked out. I know what happened. Okay. If you need to reference your book and you think you got time, which you're not going to have time to look everything up, so I suggest you study. But if you're just stuck on something, I would have another laptop or another computer to maybe look that two up that you get stuck on. But I would definitely not take the time to try to answer all your questions looking up answers, guys, because the exams are not like the quizzes. You're not going to find them verbatim. Okay. Extra credit. So I do give an extra credit opportunity. It's called Up to Us. So I am also a coordinator for a student-led organization on campus called Net Impact. Net Impact is students that create projects in our community to help the standard of living and quality of life of people in need. We focus on things like business. We focus on climate control. Right now, we're focusing on national debt. And it's a campaign that we are part of, and we can win $10,000 if we beat, all the other universities and college. Now, we placed in the top 10 last year, so our goal is to be number one. If anybody knows me, one of my sayings is second place is nothing but the first loser. So that's just my quote. Okay, don't get mad at me. But anyway, so there's an opportunity. I put a link for itsuptous.org. Go ahead and go look at it. Read about it. It's bipartisan, which means we do not support either party. This is just about our national debt and asking our government officials to be mindful when they're making decisions of how it affects the national debt, because national debt affects our economy. Right now, COVID's affecting our national debt. So with that being said, if you take the pledge, it's all you gotta do is screenshot your final page showing that you took it, upload it, and I give you 15 points. That's easy, right? If you're interested in being part of the Net Impact organization, we meet every Friday. All you have to do is send me a message in Blackboard. I'll send you more information on it. You can check us out. Right now, we have a lot of fun, but we also are doing a lot of good work in our community. So if you really want to give back and build your resume as well, we're a good organization to have. Also, I will have virtual hours. Now, these are not mandatory. Don't think you have to log on and come talk to me. Again, this is a self-paced course, so it's not a lecture course. However, on Mondays at 10 a.m., this is Central Time, by the way, I will be accessible to you. Now, what I do is I just log in and I start grading and working on my other computer. And so if you have any questions or need a one-on-one time with me, that's perfect time for you to jump on. But if you're thinking, well, Professor Clemens at 10 a.m. Central Time, I'm at work. I can't get on. Well, that's okay. If you need me for anything, message me through Blackboard. Okay. I usually am going on Blackboard at least 3 million times from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. I always check Blackboard before I go to bed at night and then periodically on the weekends. So I try my best to get back to you within 24 hours. My goal is sooner during the week and then within 24 hours on the weekends for sure. But if you need a one-on-one, we can do a video one-on-one. I can do a phone call. If you just have a question, just message me. I have no problem. You are never bothering me. I want to tell you that. I want to stress that because students always think they're bothering me when they send me messages. Even if you send me 100 messages, you're never bothering me. This is what I'm here for. This is what I get paid to do, is be your professor, right? So my goal is to make you successful in this course. Yes, I want you to pass. Yes, you want to pass with an A. We all know that. And you want to put it on your, degree plan so you can get that degree, right? My goal is for you to retain knowledge. I want you to walk away from this course with knowledge gained. I want you to remember what you learned in this course. I want you to be able to apply it, because in HR, you don't have to actually be an HR manager. You can be a manager. You can be a business owner. You can work for a company, and you need to know a lot of the rules, the laws, the etiquette that comes with HR. It's just a lot. There's also even working with your coworkers. We're going to cover all aspects of the HR field. Okay. So with that being said, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited that you've taken this class. I will be posting my bio in the introductions. I can't wait to read your student introductions. And welcome to your first day, first week. And don't forget the course procedures exam and your student introduction. Okay. Take care.